Hey, so are you wondering if it's normal to have this rage or this anger bubbling up inside you when you have social anxiety? It's like you go out there and when you're interacting with people, you can't fight this urge that you want to fight them or yell at them, and you have this constant rage almost creeping above the surface, and it gets exhausting, right? So in this video, I want to help you understand why the rage or the anger is there, okay? When you have social anxiety, why it's there, and how you can overcome this anger so you can relax and be at ease. Okay, so let's dive into this one right now. All right, and so if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Rubin, and I help individuals get relief from their social anxiety attacks, the blank mind, the racing heart, the feeling like you can't breathe, the urge to run and escape that embarrassing shaky voice. That's what this channel is all about. So if you want to stay connected, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you know when I release the next video. And you can also follow me on Instagram if you want to connect on a more personal level. All right, and so before we get into this video, I want to give you the opportunity to attend your free masterclass. So make sure you stay until the end, and I'll give you information on how to access that masterclass. We're going to be walking you through how to eliminate this social anxiety, which is really underpinning all this anger, okay? So more information on that in just a bit. And so you're probably wondering, what's this constant anger that I'm experiencing? So I can't tell if I want to fight somebody, I want to scream at somebody, and it becomes this paranoia that this rage is going to come out and cause some serious problems in your life. Okay, and there's a big misconception around anger, okay? You have to understand, anger is a manifestation of fear, okay? Fear is fueling that entire thing. So anger, it's a lower vibration emotion. And what I mean by that is because it's a manifestation of fear, it's a lower vibration, a lower frequency. It's actually toxic and it's actually painful to have that in your body. And you probably realize this, it does not feel good to be angry. You get tired of being angry. You get tired of having resentments. It is not healthy to be an angry individual. And a big mistake that people make, especially young men, is they see anger as something powerful. Why? Because when they see angry people, they voice out what they want and they express the anger out and they get what they want, okay? But this is not real power. It's fake power, okay? Now, remember what I said. Anger is a manifestation of fear. What are other manifestations of fear? Embarrassment and shame. Okay, that's another manifestation of fear. Depression and apathy and grief, that's another manifestation of fear. Anger is another one, but the thing with anger, it's got more movement than these other lower vibration emotions such as shame and embarrassment. So for example, let's say you're constantly scared somebody's going to say something to you, someone's going to bully you, put you on the spot, embarrass you, okay, and you won't be able to stand up for yourself, okay? There's less movement than if someone was angry. Let's say if someone was angry, well, anything somebody said, they would get offended, they would get reactive, they would get in their face, they would be that person, they would be that bully because it gives them a sense of control. Why? Because they're scared. And so if you're constantly experiencing that, you're attracting this bullying energy and this angry, you're always bumping into angry people, it's because energetically you're on the same frequency and you're attracting that to yourself. But ultimately, do you want to be around the scared person? No. The constantly nervous person? Do you want to be around the constantly angry person? No. You don't want to be around somebody that constantly has that frequency of fear running through them. You want to be around the higher vibe people, the loving emotions, the positive energy. This is who everybody is gravitated towards. And we intuitively know this, right? So if you want to take a deeper dive on the emotions and the frequencies and the vibrations and loving versus fear-based emotions, I have another video out and you can check that out next. I'll link it up at the end of the video. Okay, and so let's take a deeper dive on this anger in particular. What is anger? It's a force field. Anger, when you are especially raging, if you are raging on the inside, it puts up a force field within you. And the purpose of that force field is protection. It's to protect you and give you a sense of control. Anger is a control mechanism. It's to keep you safe from the person or people that you're interacting with, okay? Now the thing is though, is you cannot be controlling and you cannot connect with somebody at the same time. They're mutually exclusive, okay? There's no such thing as a true, deeper connection if you are trying to control the situation, and anger is one of the ways you will do that. But what's underneath the anger? Okay, remember, it's this force field that's put up, and it puts up a wall in between you and other people to keep you safe, okay? But why? Why is the anger there trying to keep you safe? Well, underneath that is the fear of humiliation. It's the embarrassment. It's that this person's going to make fun of me. This person's going to pick at me. This person is going to put me on the spot and make me look stupid, okay? So that is what's underlying the anger. That is the purpose the anger serves by jumping in and taking over your mind and your body and your experience. Okay, and so what'll happen is when the anger gets built up enough, it needs an outlet. It needs to go outward. And that's when the rage happens. And you might have experienced this yourself. You might have gotten extremely angry and raged at somebody, and it's led to a really negative consequence, okay? And you carry deep shame about it. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I acted that way and I got that angry and I scared that other person, and I could tell that they were extremely uncomfortable being in my presence because I got so angry. And so what happens is, because you're so paranoid about this anger going out again, you turn the anger inward and you start to try to manage it and suppress it down, and you get really worried about it going down every time. And then now your interactions, instead of being present and engaged, you're worried about not letting this anger out, and you're not truly connecting with the other person. And I remember the turning point when I couldn't express that anger outward and it turned inward for me. I was 16 years old and I was at a house party. Everyone's just drinking, drugging, everyone's having a good time. So I'm at this house party and I'm dealing with a lot at home: emotional abuse, psychological abuse, physical abuse. And in that house, if I expressed any anger, it was going to turn into a fight, a physical fight, okay? So it wasn't safe for me to express anger in my family of origin, in my home, okay? But when I got to that house party, there was an outlet, highly intoxicated. And so I remember I just let it out against this one friend that I had. And he was from another school, but everyone used to get together and party. And I remember we were just sitting there at the table and this anger just flew out of me. And I just started going at him, and I was calling him like a bitch, and I was calling him all these names. And it was just flying out of me. And then I had my other friend just look at me and say, "Rubin, what are you doing? Why are you talking to him like that? Like, why are you saying stuff like that?" And I remember just feeling so shameful. It was so embarrassing. The reactions and the responses that I got from other people, I never wanted to experience such shame ever again. And so after that experience, I made this unconscious rule, or this vow to myself, that I would never let my anger out ever again. I would keep it down no matter what. Why? Because of how destructive the consequences were when it came out. Okay, but there's a saying: when you lose your anger, which I did, I stuffed it down. When you lose your anger, you lose your strength, okay? And there is a fine line between healthy aggression and rage, okay? You always want healthy aggression flowing out of you all the time. In the real world, you want to be assertive. You want to be aggressively self-assured, okay? It's one of the pillars of having healthy self-esteem, okay? But if you're constantly paranoid about this big dragon inside you, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to have a free flow of your emotions moment to moment. Okay, and so this is a huge pillar of social anxiety recovery that a lot of people, they don't talk about. It's reclaiming your anger. How do you reclaim your anger? Is you see what's underneath, what's driving it. What's driving it for you is going to be your past experiences, the humiliation that you went through, the constant criticism. You are supposed to be angry because of what you've been through in the past, okay? Now, if you can heal what's underneath the anger, it's going to lower the level of anger that you feel, okay, from this big monster rage into a healthy amount of anger. And when it's a healthy amount of anger, it can really flow out of you, and that's when you can be more authentic because you no longer have something to hide. Okay, so if you're feeling imprisoned by this anger and you're ready to be more authentic, take the masterclass. I'm gonna link it below the video. And in that masterclass, I'm gonna walk you through the process that my students and I have followed to get underneath and see what's fueling that anger so that the anger no longer needs to be there. And so you can finally just be yourself. Like, what a privilege that would be. I think that's the privilege of a lifetime. That's the most amazing thing that you can experience. So if you found the video helpful, please like and subscribe. And here's that other video I was talking about, that where I go more into those emotions and frequencies and vibrations and loving emotions versus fear-based emotions, and I go into that in detail. So you can check that out next. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, see you later.